Okay, so we're here to start the body of the doll. So the first thing we need to do is just take out this loop and okay, that's not something I could see through the camera for some reason. All right, here we are. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna change to underwear color. Now, if you don't want to put underwear on, you don't have to. I have been making for years, and the first thing a kid does is I say, hey, this one doesn't have underwear. So I put underwear on mine. So it doesn't really matter what colors you use for the underwear because it's underwear, it'll be covered. I'm going to be using these two little balls, or hopefully just one of them, perhaps two of them, so I could use up the balls of yarn that I have. If you want, if you don't have any little scraps like this lying around, you can just change to the top color, the shirt color. It's up to you. Okay, so I am going to start right now by changing the colors. Okay, so this is going to be very similar to the arms. I forgot. Oh well. Okay, so you're going to be crocheting, you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to crochet through this stitch and the stitch there to close it off. So let's do this. Ooh, maybe move this one away. So this is a little hard to see because it ends, but it's similar to what we did with the arm, which is where I went to the next stitch and then back into the stitch we just did and single crochet. Okay, I forgot my scissors, so I'll be right back with my scissors. Okay, so that's one. This one, you know how in the arms I said it doesn't really matter if you miss one? In this one it does. Your count will be off if you miss one. So you have to make sure you have 9 single crochet. Focus on the stitch. There we are. So I'm actually going to cut my skin tone yarn now, and I'm going to push it in. Okay, I was just making sure that they have the same amount of stuffing. They do. So now I'm just gonna use my finger like this to push in the ends. All right, so now I go on to the next stitch and this stitch right here, and I single crochet, keep pushing the ends in. Okay. Sorry, I had to get off camera because it's really different crocheting when you're looking through a camera than looking directly at the piece. I'll get to the point where I could do it easily, but I'm not there yet. So then again, it should be easier this time. The first one is the hardest, and now that you have the ends weaved in, it should be easier for you to see. So let me just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the kids are home from school right now, so if you hear any background noise, it's just life noises. I apologize. Now we have 9 single crochet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Get your first leg, the one that you FO'd on. Just push the stuffing down. Try to push the end in. Oh, all right. and then you take your hook, you put it through the next stitch and the last stitch that you made right there, and single crochet. You might need to tighten it a little bit. So we're going to do another 9 single crochet here for this leg. So we have 9 single crochet and we have our 3 chain. And that's the beginning of the body. So this is my 3rd stitch, my 3rd single crochet. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, get in. I apologize again. One day I will be used to this whole situation where you crochet looking through a camera, but today is not the day I'm used to it. So this is my last stitch right there. All right, so now you chain 1. Maybe loosen your tension enough so you could chain 1. You chain 1 and you turn your work. So this part can be a little tricky. All right, so I like to hold on to this leg right now so it's not dangling around, because that's kind of annoying for me. I mean, I do it, obviously I just did it, but it also twists the chain, which I don't want to happen. All right, just double checking to make sure it wasn't twisted. So what you're going to do now is you're going to work in the front loop only, and you're going to single crochet all the way across. So you'll do 9 on this leg, 3 single crochets on the chain, and then 9 on the next leg. So here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish it would stay focused on one place, or on the place I wanted to stay focused on. 8, 9. Okay, on the chain, because we're going to be working on the back loops again, it's a little difficult to see this one's loop, so I'm going to just get off camera and find it. Sometimes it just wants to hide. I see it. Let's see if I could pick it up. There it is. Here we are. The back loop of it on the chain. Oops! Ha! After all that, I dropped it. No! Get in. All right. I got it. So crocheting in the back loop can sometimes be difficult of the chain, especially like on situations where like this, where you're looking through a camera. No, not because of that. Where you are attaching legs. Come on, get in. All right, I'm just gonna go off camera while I do these next 2 stitches because I'm having a little bit of problems while looking through the camera. Even when I'm not looking at the camera, apparently. I'm gonna pause it for a sec. Okay, so that's the 3 single crochet on the chain, and now we're gonna work on the front loops of this leg. All right, I was just making sure I was in the front loop. I will get used to working by looking through a camera one day. Like I said, background noises. And I apologize for the sirens too, if anyone hearing them, if you can hear it. I live near a hospital, so their sirens are just part of life right now. Okay, so there should be 9, 9, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we're going to turn our legs to this side and we're going to work on the front loops again, because now that we're turning it, they're front loops again, although I call it in the pattern back loops, but you work on it like it's a front loops, right? So, oopsies. All right, back in. So I'm going to work 9 single crochets on this leg. 1, I think depth perception is a bit off when you're looking through the camera for some reason, or maybe it's just I'm not used to it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so 9. Now we're going to do 3 single crochets here on the chain. All right, I see it. So here's the first one. 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and now I'm 9 in these single crochets here, in these back loops, front loops, whatever you want to call it. Well, I guess they're back loops. On the pattern, I call them back loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now you did 9 single crochet here, 9 single crochet here, and 3 single crochet in the middle. And there's also 9 single crochet here, 3 single crochet here, and 9 single crochet. And you're going to have a total of 42 single crochet. Now for the next, from row 37 to 41, 37 to 41, you're just going to continue doing single crochet all the way around. So you're going to do 42 single crochets from round 37, on round 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So for 5 rounds, you're just going to do 1 single crochet in each round, and each round will have a total of 42 single crochet. So go ahead and do that, and then come back and we'll talk about what to do next afterwards. Okay, so I finished round 37 to 41. I'm just going to count it. This is round 35, which is where we closed off the legs. 35, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So I'm on the last stitch right here. Okay, and I'm going to the last stitch, and what we're going to do here is do a color change. So I'm going to take my dress color I'm using, in case anyone's interested. Of course, you could use whatever color you want to. This is all tangled up. I'm using, here we are, Cartupo Organica. Anyways, let me find the beginning of the yarn. Maybe something I should have done before. All right, here we are. There's the beginning of the yarn. So this is the top color I've chosen for this doll. And so I am going to switch into that color right now. And I am now going to work 42 single crochets, or 1 single crochet in every single crochet in this round. So I'm going to do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the reason we do this is because we're going to attach the skirt to this round, and you'll see it's a very, very slight, just a little bit, because we're going to be working the back loops the next round, and we're going to work on the front loops to attach the skirt, and you could see this really little bit there, and I don't want the underwear color to show at all. And so I changed to the top color at this particular point so the underwear doesn't show at all. This underwear I would have used any color. I mean, I had the purple lying around. That's why I chose the purple. But if I didn't have like little scraps, then I would have just used the dress color all the way up. or white or something. But because I do have little scraps lying around, I like to use them as much as possible. So I use the purple, but I don't want it to show through at all in the doll. And so I always do a color of either the skirt color or the dress color or the top color on this last round of the underwear, just so I don't have it showing through. So I haven't been keeping count of my stitches, but that's okay. I don't really need to count here because it's just one single crochet in every single crochet of the round. It's getting a little easier to crochet while looking at a camera. I wonder if people who use magnifying glasses feel so disoriented. Probably not, but I feel kind of weird looking through a camera crocheting. Anyways, enough of that. I'm almost done. Two more stitches, and here we are. Okay, so at this point, I am going to cut the purple because we don't need the purple anymore. By the way, as you can see, I didn't use the light purple at all in this. And there's this much yarn left from the purple, so I've used up as much as I could. So now we're going to find the purple and the burgundy right here and just tie a quick or a little knot. I don't like going too tight on the first one, but the second one I just make it really firm so it just stays. I don't want it too tight because I don't want it to show through the doll. Alright, so we're going to start the next round, which will be in the back loop only. We're going to do 5 single crochet and then we're going to decrease 6 times. Was it 6 times? Yes, 6 times, and we're going to be left with a total of 36 stitches after we do this. So let's go in, working in the back loops only. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry. Sometimes my tension is too tight. 5, and then decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, decrease, 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, 5, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, decrease. All right. So here I am. I'm back at the beginning of the row. I've done back loop only, 5 single crochet decrease 6 times, and I now have 36 single crochets. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So I have 36 single crochet. So for the next rows, for row 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53, which is 10 rounds. For the next 10 rounds, where you're going to single crochet in every single crochet. So there will be 36 single crochet per round, 1 single crochet per single crochet, all the way around. So it's going to be, again, 10 rounds from round 44 to 53 will be 36 single crochets. Anyways, I'm going to let you do that, and I'll come back for round 54. Okay, so I have now just finished rounds 44 to 56. So this round right here was 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So round 44 to 53 was single crochet in every stitch of the round. So now I'm going to do the next round, which is 54, which is 4 single crochet and then a decrease. So you do 4 single crochet and then you decrease. So let me take off this for now. I apologize. There are some things I just can't do through the camera yet. All right, 1. 2, 3, 4. Decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. Oh, and just as a reminder, you should be stuffing as you go. I have not obviously, but I have already started stuffing it, and I will continue to stuff it as I go. For me, I find that the best way to control your stuffing and how much you want and where you want to place it is to stuff as you go. I have never been successful stuffing when I do it after I finish the piece. 1, 2, at least not to my satisfaction. 3, 4. That being said, I mean, yes, you could always crunch and squeeze your thing afterwards, after it's closed off, to make it work. All right, I'm going to do this last one, and I'll tell you what to do for the next 2 rows. And well, actually, 2, 3, 4. Decrease. So I'm going to quickly pause here. I'll be right back. One of the good things about remaking your own pattern is you see your mistakes. So it was kind of like I'm testing it myself by remaking it, and I just saw a mistake on my pattern and I had to fix it. All right, so now we go to the next round. The next round is 30 single crochet. So now that we've done our decreases, we have 30 single crochet here, and we're going to do another 30 single crochet all the way around. So I'm going to do that with you. One. Oops. That would have been a disaster if I just kept going. 1, 2. Sorry for the table keep shaking. I'm not sure what to do about that. Come on, get in. You know what? I will rejoin you. I'm going to do 30 single crochet around, and I'll rejoin you at the end of the 30 single crochet. Okay, I'm back. I've almost done my 30 single crochet, and I'm going to just stop here and chat with you a little bit. On round 56 of this pattern, it says to sew on the arms. I don't like sewing. I mean, I do it, but I don't like sewing. And so I'm always thinking of ways to avoid sewing. In this pattern, I will continue to write sew on the arm, but I'm not going to sew on the arm. The reason why I write sew on the arm is because it's a really difficult with tension issues with yarn, because I always tell you to use the yarn you are comfortable with. Different yarns, different tensions, different methods. For instance, I use yarn under instead of yarn over. Changes exactly where your stitch marker, this stitch marker is. So for some projects, ooh, why is it turning yellow? Hello, camera. Okay. For some projects, for some people, it might take like 4 single crochet to reach to where you need to go to attach the arms. For some, it might take 2. For some, it might take 0. It's so difficult to tell that as a pattern writer, and to make it the most universally recognizable, universally used pattern, it just makes sense to say sew on the arms. But I'm not going to sew on the arms because I don't especially enjoy it. So I'm just going to show you how I figure out where to join the arms. I do, if you want to revisit this issue and say, I wanted to remember that tutorial I saw where she shows how to join the arms. I don't remember, I have to go through it and find the place. You don't have to do that. I do have a video in my amigurumi tips playlist. Wow, words, they're not coming today. I have in my amigurumi tips playlist, a video called How to Attach Arms, and it will be there. So you could just watch that for the next. So this is universal. You don't need to do it with just my patterns. You could do it with any pattern you want. The first thing I would say is close up the arm like this, which is what we did. It's part of the pattern. We've already done it. Now you try to figure out where the arms look the best. Hold it next to it. Yeah, okay. So I am a little unprepared. Let me come back. Okay, I came back. All right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to leave this stitch marker alone. This is my first stitch, and I still want to know where that is. But for me, because it's on the side of the body, the arm is going to fall. I'm going to be working through the arm on some of round 55 and then the rest on round 56. So I still need to know where the beginning of my round is, so I'm going to keep that there. But right now, I'm going to go like this. Do I like the arm like this right here? I kind of do. So now I'm going to pinch it and I'm going to attach the arms. I should have opened all the stitch markers. I'm going to attach the arm like this. All right, I'm going to do it for both sides. Stitch markers are your friend. Use them. Where's the other one that's open? Here. Use them, use them, use them. Okay, I don't know. I did something weird there, but it's okay. I'll fix it later. Yeah. So now I'm going to do this side. Do I like it like this? What do you think? I think it's okay. So I'm going to put... Now, I just want you to remind you that if you had been sewing your arms on, you would be eyeballing it anyways. So my showing you this way on how to attach the arms without sewing it is not any different than what you would be doing it anyways. You would be looking at your amigurumi and trying to figure out where to sew your arms anyways. So right now, I figure I do like the way the arms look like this. I think it looks good. So I'm just going to keep crocheting. So this is what we do. This is round 56. Where's my hook? I see my hook through the camera, but I can't seem to reach it. All right. Look at that. That's what I did. That was weird. All right, that's okay. Yo, did I do it everywhere? Weird. All right, now focus. So I had estimated 1 single crochet and I was right. So I'm going to do this last single crochet. Now that I've gone to the arm. I'll take the stitch marker. The stitch marker there was just for you to be able to, stand back and see it. Now I always go through the single crochet, both loops on the arm. I'm going to go off camera to put it in because I'm having trouble looking through. Yeah, sorry about that. My yarn is tangled. I should have paid more attention when I was putting the stitch markers on. They're tangled into the stitch markers. All right, I will go through it and I'll be fine if it focused. Okay, so I just did a single crochet on that one. So I go to the next one. I make sure the arm is already on my hook. So the arm is already on my hook. And I single crochet through. Like, I kind of treat this as just there. I'm still single crocheting. It's just there on my hook and I'm just going through it. And I put the single crochet in. Okay, so now I'm at the stitch marker, so I'm going to take out the stitch marker like I would have in the beginning of any row and go through. It's not as difficult as it seems. It's a lot easier. it just seems difficult because I'm trying to look through the camera and do this. All right, so I just did, where did I do the single crochet? Yeah, so I'm here. I do my next single crochet. And then I go through this arm and the next single crochet, which is this one. And I go through this one and the next single crochet, which is this one. And let's get rid of you. And guess what I did? Guess what I did? 2, 3. I forgot to put the thing back on. 3, 4. I forgot to put the stitch marker back on. Give me a second while I figure out where the stitch marker was supposed to go. So here. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I've done 4 single crochet through the arm and the body, and I've got 2 left to go. So just double checking. All right, so now I'm on the 5th one. I do my 5th single crochet through the arm and the body, and then my 6th one. Yes, I am finding it challenging to crochet looking through a lens, but it'll be okay. I will learn how to do it, and I'll get better at this. I promise. All right, let's tuck that end in, and we still have that end to deal with, but that's okay. We'll tuck it in soon. I like to give this a tug, not that it really makes a difference because it could get loose again, but I still give it tugs every once in a while. So now we're doing, remember this round is 1 single crochet through every single crochet. I'm going to see if I can lift up the camera a little bit. Maybe that will help. Okay, hopefully this will help a little bit with the table shaking. This is one of those, my tripod is one of those, what do you call those things? You know, where you kind of move it around and it takes its shape. And because of that, it's not the most sturdy. What are they called? Gooseneck? I think it's gooseneck tripods. So you could twist it and turn it into any which way, which is great. But you touch the tripod a little bit, or this table is also a little bit, it's an amazing table. I love it. I don't have space for a lot of tables. And this is a small table, but it is not the most solid table. So it becomes hard. So I've done 1 single crochet on every single crochet until I come back to where I had put the second arm. So this is why you want to make sure that you have it attached with your stitch markers, just so you can find where you want it later, where you want it to go, instead of constantly checking. Like if I hadn't attached it, I would be constantly checking, hey, is it time to attach the next arm? But because I attached it, I know it's time. So I will just put those 2 away. Again, you get into your stitch first of your arm before you get into the body. And you treat this, I'm going to take this one off too. I think that will make it easier for me. All right, let's tug this. Thank you. All right. All right, here we are. All right, so we're going to go through the arm first, focus, arm first, and then the body, and then we just treat the arm as though it's another loop. So we pull it through, and we just do a regular single crochet. We just treat it like it's a loop. Why is it having so much trouble focusing? Is it because I'm so close to the camera? I am literally like 4 inches away from the camera. And I think maybe that's why it's having trouble focusing. I don't know what and because it's having trouble focusing, I told myself I'm not going to chat too much on these videos, and I've been doing good until now. Okay, let's get back to the pattern. And one more, just this one right here. I'm just gonna double check I put in the right place, because I'm sure you noticed that the camera does not seem to want to focus too much, and that's giving me a bit of problem since I'm looking through the camera and I can't see. All right, so then you do 1 single crochet in all the ones until you're done. So now you have your arms on. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to do anything else with it. It'll just be there. And when you finish your piece, since it's worked from the foot to the top of the head, you will already have your arm on and not need to worry about sewing on arms. And this will make it that you only have to sew on the facial details and the hair. Almost done for this row. I'm right now going to take my time, take a pause, and stuff it. So let me get my stuffing. And I'm going to stuff it. I mean, you're not stuffing it all the way right now. This is the stuff as you go, so you could see what's supposed to happen. Oh, okay. And this also, I find I like stuffing it once I put the arms in, just because it puts the ends of the arms inside, and that yarn doesn't come back to bother you while you're working. So there we are, it's stuffed. Now we're going to switch to the skin tone again. So you get your skin tone back. All right. So I'm going to actually undo a little bit of this yarn. Just a little bit so I could switch the colors. Okay, I ended up undoing the stitch. All right, so I go there, I take the color, and I add it in. Now, for this round, we are going to be working on the back loop. Okay, so we're going to be working only on the back loop of what we're doing. All right, here we are. So we're going to do 3 single crochet and then decrease. The entirety of this row is worked in the back loop. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Now there are 2 reasons why I work up patterns in the back loop. One is I usually do, when we switch to skin color, I do work it in the back loop just so that it looks like there is a layer on top of the skin. I feel like that helps. But in this pattern, both times we work in the back loops is because we're going to be going back into the front loops. So it is kind of important that you work on the back loops in this. 1. So I'm going to continue this round until I get to the end, and I will come back and tell you what to do in the next round. Okay, so I have done 3 single crochet decrease 6 times around, in the back loop only. And so I've come back to the beginning, and now I am going to take the time to cut the burgundy yarn. And tie it off. Which basically means I'm just going to tie both ends up together. Is this really a necessary step, tying it up together? I don't know. Maybe you could just leave it in there. I don't know, but I feel more secure doing it, so I'm going to do it. So for the next round, we're going to continue to decrease for the neck. And so we're going to do 2 single crochet decrease. Remember how I say I don't like the yarn in the way, so I just put stuffing in there to hold it down. That's what I am doing now. Just putting a little bit of stuffing in there. All right. So now we're going to do 2 single crochet decrease. We don't need to work in the back loops anymore, so we're going to work through both loops. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm about 3 inches away from the, oops, I shouldn't have done that. I was like trying to avoid looking through the camera. I'm 3 inches away from the camera, and so I do accidentally touch the gooseneck and make it swing. I apologize for that. Whoops. It's 2 single crochet increase, Elisa, decrease, Elisa, not 3 single crochet. All right, so let's go back, do the decrease. Here we are again. 1, 2, decrease, and continue to do that. 2 single crochet decrease until you get back to the end of the stitch marker. Once you finish the 2 single crochet decrease, you're going to have 18 single crochets in the round. Then you should go on to the next round, which is number and just single crochet in every single crochet to make 18 more single crochet. So round 58 is 2 single crochet decrease all the way around, and then we're going to do a round of just single crochets all the way around until we get to the stitch marker, and that will still be 18 single crochets. So go ahead and finish this round, which is round 58, and do 2 single crochet decrease, and then do round 59, which will be 1 single crochet in every single crochet for a total of 18 single crochets. I'll be back after that.